Are you ready for the worst shortage of energy in U.S. history? Are you ready to pay 50% more for a gallon of gas? Are you ready for another round of price hikes at our major stores as diesel prices continue to rise? Are you ready for another shortage of everything and widespread blackouts all over the country this summer? We've been told that all of these things were coming. And guess what? They're here. The worst energy crisis this country has ever seen is likely to get worse in the coming months, and there's nothing that can be done to fix it. Fuel supplies in the U.S. have never been tighter, and drivers are feeling the pain where it hurts them the most. Even though gas prices have dropped 10 cents per gallon in the last 2 weeks, the average price of a gallon of gas is still 50 cents higher than it was a year ago. Believe it or not, gas prices have risen over 50 cents per gallon in the last month. And the slight drop in drivers since June 6 is likely to be a temporary blip, according to energy consultancy firm Rystad U.S. gas prices. Since the conflict started, the health crisis in the industry and the conflict between Russia and Ukraine have made things worse. Since then, U.S. gas stocks have dropped by 30 million barrels. Many Americans still remember when they could get 20 gallons of gas for $1.20. Needless to say, those days are long gone, and by the end of the summer, 20 gallons of gas could cost as much as $120. This means that millions of people won't be able to afford to fill up their tanks anymore. At the same time, the price of diesel has been going up even faster. In the past year, diesel prices have gone up by a whopping 75%, and yesterday, they went up by another, threatening to start a domino effect of price increases that will affect almost everything we buy every day. On top of that, business leaders are learning that it can also cause widespread shortages and make supply chain problems worse. Even though store shelves are already getting pretty empty all over the country, we're about to enter a new phase of the everything shortage as the oil market gets worse every week. It's not just gas prices, but also consumer goods, food, and all services. Diesel prices are especially worrisome because agriculture trucks, railroad cars, and all cargo ships run on diesel. This means that the cost of planting, watering, fertilizing, harvesting, processing, packaging, and transporting food is going up at every step of the process, and those costs are passed on to consumers. Daniel Turner, the head of the group Power the Future, which helps energy workers, said when energy costs more, life costs more. And as we spend more to fill up our cars and buy basic groceries, we spend less on entertainment, travel, dining, and shopping. In an interview on Monday, John Boyd Jr., president of the National Black Farmers Association, said that Americans will be shocked to see widespread food shortages this year. For so long, we've had plenty of food in this country, so we've never had a food shortage, he said. But I think that's coming in the coming months. Diesel is used to move all kinds of goods, not just food. In the past year, businesses have paid more than ever for diesel trucks to move their goods. The latest price increases are just one more supply chain problem facing the U.S. economy right now. Prices on all kinds of goods keep going up, but instead of protecting our fuel reserves, we're exporting record amounts of distillates even though we're in the middle of a historic fuel shortage. We need more refineries, more drilling, and ultimately some major technological breakthroughs, because the way we do things now is not even close to being sustainable. And it could take years to restore the market balance. To make things even worse, our aging power grids can't keep up with the growing demand. Things are getting worse faster than we thought. Those who don't think we're facing the worst energy crisis in U.S. history aren't paying attention. But it's safe to say that in a few months, no one will be able to deny what's going on. Soon, everyone will realize that we really have entered a nightmare with no end in sight. This is the new normal, folks. The shortages are just starting, and what's coming next is going to be very painful.